Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about my water system in my van, and I don't know if you've noticed on my channel, but I've actually gone through several different concepts of water systems. And that's because I've been having some trouble, and I'll explain what I got going on here, what's been happening. Over here you see a few of the various arrangements that I've made. When I first started out, I was using this thing as my water tank, and it was the way I had it hooked up is I had it plumbed so that there was a water faucet, you know, like an outdoor spigot plumbed into that, and it was. And my idea originally, I wanted to have gravity-fed water. I didn't want to have to depend on electricity of any kind to get water. The problem that I was having is it only came out in a trickle. I mean, it just, no matter, I tried bigger line, and the other problem I had is I never could get it. You know, when they make these caps, they don't design them for people to mess around with and to restructure, and I never could get it totally leak proof, and I just kept having leak after leak after leak. So I abandoned that idea, and then I went to this idea, the collapsible water tank. And my idea here was to put a water spigot on it and fill it with water, and then put weight on top of it. And I thought that that would give me more gravity-fed water pressure. And again, still had leaks. I had even, apparently they don't design these things to be watertight. I mean, I couldn't believe it. The thing that came with it actually leaked. And then I had a problem with leaks around this, and it was a fiasco. And to top it all off, I still only got a trickle. So enter this. This was my new idea. And what I did is I tried putting my water spigot there and having it gravity fed and making it all watertight. I put me a check valve up here and everything. And when I got it hooked up and put in the van, still just a trickle. And I was so frustrated. I was about ready to just give up. And I was walking through Walmart, and I happened to be in the sporting area where they sell fishing poles and stuff, and I saw this thing hanging there for 18 bucks. It's a marine water pump. Now one of the main reasons I avoided buying a water pump to begin with is I didn't want to invest a whole lot of money in this thing. I just wanted, you know, water when I turned on my faucet in the camper van. So, you know, most of the water pumps that I priced, they were $100, $200, crazy. They want, you know, go to a camper supply place, and they to get the very best pump, they want you to spend hundreds of dollars in their store. And I thought, man, they must be made out of gold or something. I'm not going to do it. So I bought this pump to test it out, and in a minute I'll show you a video of me testing it out. Now, the problem I was having, the reason I went to this type of tank is, of course, I wanted to be able to get in here and work on things. And in containers like this, there's no way, you're not going to stick your hand down in there or in there. You can't get in there and work around. If you were able to find a pump small enough, I needed something that you could open all the way up and reach down in. This way I can clean it out if I need to clean it out, whatever. This originally came with this type of material in this edge. This is the same stuff that they make those water noodles that you get in and bob around in the swimming pool with. And that's what originally was in this edge lining. And the problem is, of course, that's not watertight. So what I did is I pulled that out, and I bought some This is just regular window and door weather stripping, weatherproof stuff that you buy at the store. Here it is, just regular weather stripping. And what I did is I went around the edge of this thing twice with that stuff, and I was amazed. It was completely watertight. I filled it with water. You can see in the video I shake it around and no water slops out anywhere from this thing, so it works out great. Well, now we're just going to install it in the van and see what we get. So here's my tank with water in it. I filled it up with water. The way I designed this thing is, you can see up here around the wire, just made a hole through. This here is my fill line, and I just hooked that right up to my check valve. You can just hook a hose right up to it and fill it while it's in the van. You don't have to pull it out. And there's the pump all hooked up. The check valve, it allows water to pass one way but not the other. And you can see here when I shake it, no water slops out the edges anywhere. It was the weather stripping did a great job with that. Here I'm hooking up a 12-volt supply just to test out the motor. You can see how powerful that thing is. I mean, it just really pumps the water out fast. I was amazed, this little pump, how good it is. It's just a regular bilge pump designed to go in a boat to suck water out of the bottom of your boat if you got your boat filled up with water. And you can hear how quiet it is. The fact that it's submerged helps it to be even more quiet. I think it'll be great once I get it installed. All right, everyone. This is the moment of truth. I got everything hooked up in here. Let me get a light on in there. Got my got my tank filled up with water. It's up to that level there. Got everything hooked up. Let's put it back in the tray for backup, like I usually do. Have it bungee corded in so it won't go nowhere when I make a curve. Now, I wired the pump to this switch right here, and so water's on. Let's see what it does. Wow, that's awesome.